Okay, who wants a bottle? Who wants their supper? Oh, come here. You are so loud.
Hey guys, so we're going to be a little quiet. We're actually here at the Seward Animal Clinic, and we bring a little something special to you. So I just got back from a land auction up in West Point, so about an hour and a half north of here, and I get home and Shayna's running around frantically because Hope was in early labor, and we had a couple of them get kind of tangled up, so we had to make an emergency run. What's the deal, Wyatt? What are you pointing at?
The baby goat.
What did we have?
I think 2 boys. I don't know what.
2 boys?
I don't know. I don't know if they are really girls or.
No, they're boys. So Dr. Ellis over here, he knew we were coming, so we called him. And one of the boys just didn't. She's a first timer, Hope is, and she was bred to Brett. And she was just. Cervix wasn't opening up real great. The boys' heads are pretty decent size, specifically number 2. The first one that came out, we were a little worried. He kind of came out, tongue out of his mouth. He had been in there a little bit. Weren't really sure what the outcome was going to be because it's about a half-hour drive over here. And let me tell you, I put the old 454 through its paces. We drove pretty hard, but anyway, we got 2 babies out and they're healthy, and we're going to. Make sure they're dry. It's a decent day. It's 40-some degrees. We're going to make sure they're dry. Mom's cleaning them off now. We'll make sure they get their first shots of colostrum and stuff. So we'll be here for probably a good half hour yet in their parking lot, and then we'll load the babies up inside, throw them on the floorboard, turn the heater on, and we'll rush everybody home. But Mom's doing good and babies are doing good. Right, Wyatt?
Yes.
Well, hello everyone. So this delivery has not gone at all how we would have wanted it to go. The babies were, the doe kid, she didn't make it. She was super, not undeveloped, but very, 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 I would say no more than a pound or 2. Very, very small. Had cataracts on her eyes or some type of blindness, just wasn't right. And so she died almost instantly. But then the other 2 we couldn't get out, and I tried and tried and tried. They were super tangled. She wasn't having the strongest contractions to get them out, and so we ended up taking them to the vet. We got them delivered. Things were going really well, and then when we got home, Mom decided that she didn't want them anymore. And so unless something were to change, right now these 2 boys are looking like bottle babies, and so that's what I am working on doing now. They were up and about, so they're finally down here for. They hear Mom. Mom tried to murder them earlier, so I'm not super sold on leaving them with Mom. But we got some milk in them. I tubed a little bit of milk down both of them. Here. I'm going to try the bigger boy that has the marking down his shoulder. He's doing pretty good with taking the bottle. He's starting to figure it out. The little one, he was the one that I struggled to get out. And then I ended up, that was the one that the vet ended up getting out. But he is having a little bit harder time figuring out the nipple, and he's not getting up as easily. And so I'm going to be spending quite a lot of time out here tonight trying to get them up and figured out and warmed up, and just for bottle babies, it's kind of like this next 24 hours is pretty crucial to get them sorted and on the bottle. And I'm definitely obviously have to keep trying to get them to figure out the bottle, but I'll tube them in the meantime to make sure that they get what they need. Welcome to my dining room. I'm going to let you all in on a little secret. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to goat babies that need a little bit of extra loving because it's cold outside. There's lots of, I'd just rather be in my home than doing this. So, but anyway, I shouldn't say, actually it's quite beautiful out, but just the fact that I would like to be able to keep an eye on them for that first, 12 to 24 hours and make sure that they're doing well. This little dude is the one that had the hardest go round. He's doing better than you would expect. Wyatt Henry, so help me God. Okay, he's doing better than you would expect, but he's weak, he's tired, he wants to get up, but he just doesn't quite have the same go that his brother does. His brother was the one that came out last. Here. So what I've done, this guy's actually taken to the bottle really, really well, but he's the one I expect him to thrive. Bottle babies are just like newborn humans. They're going to eat a lot, or actually no, that's a lie. They're going to eat little amounts frequently. And so we've gotten about 2 ounces in him currently. The best way, and this is how a friend taught me, that friend that I always, Jess is her name, that I always reference, the way you can check for a full tummy is you give them a little squeeze right behind the ribs. Obviously you don't want it to feel firm like a rock, because that would mean that they've overate, and that's not good for them either. But you don't want your fingers to just collapse through. And so when I squeeze his tummy, I feel pretty good. It's the way I describe it is it's firm with a little bit of squish. And so that's what I feel. His tummy's firm, but it's still got some squish, and so I feel like he's got a good amount to start. This guy we ended up tube feeding. He's the smaller one of these 2. He had the really rough delivery. He was the one that was all twisted up, and so he's actually doing a lot better than what he was when he came out. So I'm just kind of loving on him, and the fact that he even wants to get up is a huge improvement. And they're both a little stiff jointed, and so there you go, tickle, tickle, tickle. I'll probably go make them some more milk. So what we use for milk, we don't use colostrum, or I shouldn't say, we don't use why can I not get it out? The powdered milk. We don't use like the feed store powdered milk. We just make our own. So I use a gallon of whole milk, pour a little bit off the top, add not half and half, heavy whipping cream, just a little bit of heavy whipping cream, and then the blue can is that sweetened condensed milk. I'm having a brain fart now. Add some sweetened condensed milk, shake that up, and then that's what we use to feed them, because we want to increase the fat content, because I think Boers are like 8% fat is their milk. They actually, for being a meat breed, they have a relatively high fat content to their milk, and so we want the kids to have, I think I'm remembering that right. We want the kids to have plenty of fat in their milk too. And so my only concern right now, they did not get colostrum, and that is a huge concern. I may be able to get them colostrum off another doe if I can graft them onto her, but she will not let me touch her. She has had enough, and she turns very ugly very quick. So
she has tried to kill her babies.
yes, if she tries to kill her babies, she's not having any part of it anymore. So, but she's had a rough day. These 2 are doing good though. I haven't decided. It kind of depends on what tonight looks like, if I'll keep them in the house, or, I mean, it's beautiful outside, but it's chilly at night, and it is, chilly for newborn babies that are otherwise having issues in the kidding shed. And so I'll just continue. I think I'll try him with the bottle here in a second. And then this guy's had actually quite a bit. I'm not going to give him any more for a little bit. Okay, thank you. He's doing pretty good. This one could probably use another hit of milk, so I think I'll warm him up an ounce of milk and see if I can't get him to take the bottle for me. Okay, let's see. That's kind of the confusing part with goat kids this age, is that when they're newborns, they really do eat, sleep. And so then when you watch them, it's like, oh no, is everything okay? Or are they just sleeping because they're normal babies and they're sleeping? So. Okay. We'll give him a little bit of a break for now. He's been tubed, so he has a few ounces in him. He just feels a little behind, but we'll give everybody just a little bit of a break. Let them get their bearings. I'm just here to give a quick update on Matthew and Mark. They are both actually doing splendidly. They are both taking the bottle well. They're getting 3 ounces every 3 hours. This is Mark here, and he had a lot of weakness in his left front shoulder and in that leg, and now he's finally really getting the hang of getting up and moving. And so last night they spent the night in a baby playpen in the house. And so like I'd said in an earlier video, I tend to be lazy when we have bottle kids. I hate having to run out to the shed every couple hours to feed, and so for that first night anyway. And so I'd rather, because that first night is the hardest because they're still learning the bottle, and you don't know if they'll take it or not, or if you'll have to tube them. And so yeah, so they did really good. They did really good overnight, and they have lots of energy, and they're getting their joints all straightened out, and they're, you know, ruining my carpet in this room today. I took them out of the playpen. All of the other surfaces in our house are slick, and so I brought them into the bedroom so they can work on walking and straightening out all their limbs. So they're doing really good. They're getting up and eating and peeing and pooping and taking their bottles well. So here in the next few hours, I will take them outside, put them in one of the kidding pens. And it's a beautiful day out today. It's in the 60s with really no wind, and so it's beautiful in that shed. So yeah, they will hopefully start to get well acclimated to the outdoors, and yeah, it should be good. Okay, who wants a bottle? Who wants their supper? Oh, come here. You are so loud. Guys, well, we got Matthew and Mark in their own deluxe suite. Matthew is currently peeing. He's not frozen in a state of shock right now. Mark is so loud and so chatty. But yeah, they're doing good. It's a beautiful day out. It's nice and still and pretty warm actually in the kidding shed. So I'll give them just a little bit of hay. Not that they know what to do with it yet, but yeah, they look good. This should go well, but if it doesn't, we'll adjust on the fly. So anyway, we'll keep you posted here and there on the progress that Matthew and Mark make. But otherwise, oh, I should add, the reason that we named them Matthew and Mark is their mother's name is Hope, and we felt, considering the situation, that would be appropriate names for them to be scripture-based. So with that, we will keep you posted on how these two handsome little boys do in later videos.